Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Very nice day today. Very nice returns here, folks. Today we're going to be taking your guys' chart requests straight from the live chat here on YouTube. Go ahead and drop them in the live chat. I'm going to be taking them here for an hour or two, just right out of the live chat. So drop all your tickers here. We do this on Wednesdays, okay, here at normally 4 p.m. I had a personal thing going on, so today we started an hour late, but we are here live. Beautiful green day today. Ethereum really taking off here, off the green dot there from July. We've been calling this thing out here for a very long time. It's been chopping around a lot. Our price target's up here between 35 and 4,000. That's going to be up there in our red zone. But drop your guys' chart requests. I see a few in chat. Before we dive into those requests, I want to go ahead and go through our trading rules real quick. Okay, just so you guys know exactly what we're looking for. I made a few changes in the Discord as well that I want to go over here today. But for everybody that is new, okay, we are swing traders here that focus on a monthly and a daily chart. Okay, our typical time frame is from 1 to 6 months on these trades. So these are trades for 1 to 6 months. We are buying and holding for 1 to 6 months. We're not day trading here. We're swing trading longer term, 1 to 6 month vision. Okay, we enter and exit positions using our trading indicators. This one right here, rule number 3, the green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. When I'm talking about those green and red dots, I'm talking about our indicator down here, okay? These are our buy signals and these are our sell signals. So what we look for first is the green dot on the monthly chart. So we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart because the monthly chart tells us that we are going, the dot on the monthly chart tells us that we are going up over the next 1 to 6 months. So we're bullish on the asset for 1 to 6 months after one of these green dots. And sometimes, right, it goes for much longer. You can see this one back here in 2020. This was 5 years ago. We're just looking at a chart of Ethereum here. Okay, this was a great time to be buying Ethereum down here at $200. It went all the way up to 5,000. Okay, and we did get that green dot. We've been talking about Ethereum. I've been talking about it for almost, I think, pretty close to 2 or 3 months now. Okay, it's been very repetitive, but again, we are bullish on the macro time frame. This move is going to take 1 to 6 months to develop, and we want to be a part of it as long as the dot is green. So rule number 4 is that we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. So as you guys are requesting these charts, the first thing I want to be doing is looking to see in what color the dot is on the monthly. If it's red, we're going down. If it's green, we're going up. We only want to trade assets that are green on the monthly. So that's the first thing we look for here. Okay, after you get the monthly dot, the monthly green dot, then what we're looking for is the daily green dot or the 4 hours. So I actually just made some changes here to the Discord today, and I added in the 4 hour alert. So these are going to be a buy signal. So again, over here in the Discord, the daily and the 4 hour alerts get called out over here. So you can see like on Ethereum right here, okay, the dot is green on the monthly, so we have it on our watch list. Okay, so now every time the daily prints a green dot here, it is called out over here in a separate channel. So just the green dots are going to be in this channel. I separated these out today. Okay, and then the red dots are our sell signals. These are where we want to take some profits. Okay, that's where we want to take profits, is on the red ones. So green means up. Again, the first thing we're looking for is the monthly alert. So this alert section here gives you all of the monthly alerts for this month. This is all of July right here. Okay, everything that is green. So we are looking to trade all of these names. So once it gets the monthly, it then gets put onto our watch list. Okay, and then where we want to buy, part of our strategy, okay, after you get the monthly here, go back to the rules. Okay, after you get the monthly, then you want to buy on a daily green or a 4 hour green. Okay, when the dot is green, boom. Okay, as long as the monthly dot is green, okay, we buy on the daily green dot or the 4 hour green dot. That's right here and also right here. Okay, the 4 hour green dot's going to come down here. We call out the big ones here. So those are called out. Again, I just added these into the section here. So the 4 hours are going to get called out here and the dailies are going to get called out here. That is our buying strategy. Okay, broken down. And I made it a little easier to decipher today in the Discord. So again, all of these green dots and all of these 4 hour dots, we're looking for positions on the names. Because again, as long as the monthly dot is green for Ethereum, we are bullish on a monthly perspective. Okay, last time we got a dot down here was in November of 2023. You can see the price was at 1,800 and it went all the way up to 4,000. That was a 100% move. It didn't happen overnight. Again, we're not day traders, and none of this is exact, right? But the longer the time frame you use these dots, the more accurate. All this dot tells us on the monthly is that we're going up for 1 to 6 months. Okay. Therefore, we want to be in on the smaller time frames during that 1 to 6 month period, buying the dips. Okay. And the dip buys are called out over here in the alerts now. Okay. And I actually created a whole entire thing over here for you guys. You can see what each alert means. I added that in today as well. And of course, we have that free trading course over here where you can learn more about this strategy. So that's the buying strategy. I have a nice equation for you guys over here for those of you that are new. I like to review this in every video just because simply it's good to get fundamentals matter. Okay, even the people that already know the strategy, it's a good refresher, right? I need to look at this every day to remind myself. Okay, here's the buying strategy. So as long as the monthly dot is green, we are buying the daily and the 4-hour green dots. Okay, the monthly tells us we're going up in the macro. Therefore, we want to be looking for opportunities to buy, and those opportunities come on the smaller time frames like the 4-hour and the daily. Okay, and then we have two different selling strategies. Sell strategy number one is that we want to sell the red dots in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, so let's go back to just Ethereum here. Okay, if I go back here to the daily, so again, that rule is we want to sell a big red dot in the red zone. So the red zone is part of our Fibonacci indicator. If you guys don't know what a Fibonacci tool is, again, I got that free trading course right over here in the Discord you guys can watch. And it has some great content on how we use it and everything. But this video right here, this isn't my video. This is just, in my opinion, one of the best videos on YouTube to check out and learn about the Fibonacci. Again, that's not my video. It's somebody else's. But there's 7 or 8 videos in here you guys can watch. But the red zone typically gives us a target. Okay, you can see the last time Ethereum was up here in the red zone, given red dots, okay, up here at the target, okay, $4,000, boom, that called the top, and it sold all the way off here to 1,500. Okay, so it went from here to here in that was about a 2-month period of time. That was a 2-month hold right there off that last green dot, okay, when we were buying down here. We've been doing this for a long time here, okay, consolidating, going sideways. Normally after a long period of consolidation comes a pretty big move to the upside, and the monthly chart is telling us that on Ethereum too. So again, our sell strategy number one is to sell the big red dots. Okay, you can always take profit on the red dots if you feel like it's a good time to take profits. Again, those are called out over here in the Discord under the daily alert section. Okay, but we want to pay attention to what zone it's in. Okay, the important thing is to sell up here in the red zone. You need to sell at least, I always encourage 25 to 50% of the position. 25 to 50% of the position. You can see that over here in the dots and alerts. Okay, the daily red dot alert, the ones you get over here in the Discord. Okay, that is a sell and reduce position by 25%. So you're selling at least 25% of the position. If it's up here in the red zone, I'm always selling 50% to 100%. Okay, and you can see Ethereum has quite a ways to go. So that's sell strategy number one there. After we get up here and get the red dots, the trade is over. We want to take our profits and then try to look for the next place to buy. For example, you could have been selling up here and buying down here on Ethereum back in June. Okay, we've been bullish on this since we've seen that green dot, or that green candle actually right there in May. But typically June is where the green dot on the monthly came. So our eyes are on Ethereum on the daily and the hourly chart now. Okay, we're looking for those signals on the 4-hour and the daily to enter, and our target's up here. And then the second sell strategy is pretty simple. We use this stochastic RSI. This is an RSI indicator, momentum indicator. This is on the monthly chart. So the first strategy was with the daily chart. The second one's with the monthly chart. Okay, in the monthly chart, we're looking for that stochastic RSI to come up here and touch this white dotted line. Okay, again, looking at a chart of Ethereum, that happened back here in 2024. That was about a year ago in March, about a year and a half ago. Boom. Called the top right there in that range. That was a great place to be taking profits. We sold all the way off. Boom, got back in right here and right here in November. Took advantage of that 2-month move. And then obviously, back here as well. So you can see when it touches that white dotted line, though, on the monthly, that's typically when the macro move tops out, right? We want to get really close. We want to get close to the position. We never want to time the exact top, right? We just want to get out close on the macro. So again, we want to get out, don't wait for the top, the exact top. You want to sell into it, okay? And we use those momentum indicators, those two strategies, okay, to sell, okay? Those are our selling strategies. And again, if you don't have a trading strategy, you could use ours, but if you don't use ours, I'd highly recommend getting one and sticking to it. Trading is all about discipline, folks. It's about sticking to the strategy and doing what you say you're going to do, okay? If you go long on something for 1 to 6 months here, if you bought here in June, and you had the conviction that Ethereum was going to go higher, but you sold on a dip sometime in the last 3 weeks, then your conviction wasn't strong enough. Okay, we're not trying to make any hard decisions here. We're just looking at an indicator. Every time this thing's given a green dot in the past, here down here on the monthly chart, and again, the bigger the time frame, the better. So every time that this thing's given a green dot on the monthly, it's produced a very nice run over time. Sometimes it took a little longer. Sometimes it went really fast. Okay, it's just there's no way to truly time it, but we know if the dot is green, it's a good time to go long. Good to look for a swing trade or something more in the our typical time frame is 1 to 6 months. So that's what we're going to be looking for in today's episode at your guys' request. So go ahead and drop those here in the live chat, and I will be taking those here from the live. I see one for BBAI. BBAI, that one is green here on the monthly. So we've been talking about this one. You can see we got a red dot here yesterday, or I'm sorry, 2 days ago. I made that TikTok. So I told you guys, if you get a red dot, what you want to do, if you got in down here with us, right, if you were getting in right here around 3 to 4, we were even talking about this one back here in April at like 250, right? But now look, it's up in the red zone. So yes, we have a green monthly, but we need to be understanding that, hey, this was the top, this red zone, right, was an area of resistance last time. So when the wave is this far up here, I always look to sell some. I would definitely sell or use a stop loss at $7. If $7 doesn't hold, okay, it's going to come all the way back down to maybe 5 or 4. But you're up in the red zone. So again, this signal right here, if you come over here to the dots, I got this all explained out for you guys over here. The daily alert, when you get this daily alert over here like you got a couple days ago on BBAI, that is just the signal to sell 25 to 100% of the position. Okay, whether it's 25% of the position, 50% of the position, 75%, 90%, 100%, it's up to you. It's just a signal to take some off the table. Because again, if you were buying back here when we called out BBAI, let's just say 350. Okay, it was more closer to 3, but we'll just give a little bit of room. Okay, and if you got all the way up to around that $9 level, or even right here when it called it out on that day of the red dot, that was 775 is where we closed at. That's 152% trade in, I don't know, 2 months time. Okay, this was probably a 2-month period of time because we're looking at a daily chart right now. Again, the monthly candles are every month. So this is a monthly candle. And I don't like the separation there off of the average. Okay, I'm not saying this thing can't reverse and go back to 10 or 15, but again, as a trader, we got to use our targets. We got to use our strategy to take some off the table, right? 150% is a great trade. Sell 50% or sell 75%, take some off the table and go find the next trade. Go find the next setup, because this one's ran pretty hard and it gave the signal right there. Okay, and again, I separated these out now over here in the Discord. I'm pretty excited about this, guys. The red dots are now only called out in the red dot section, and the green dots on the daily are only called out here. Again, you guys shouldn't be getting these green dot alerts on the 4-hour and the daily. Okay, because again, that's part of our strategy. We want to buy the 4-hour or the daily dot, okay, whenever the dot is green on the monthly. So these two 4-hour and daily alert sections, they're not going to call out names anymore that don't have a green dot on the monthly. So if the dot is not green on the monthly, it will not be called out in these two. If you do see one getting called out that has a red monthly, please call it out in the chat and I can fix it. But it's kind of being manually done right now with my watch list. So again, that was a sell signal there on BBAI. I would be selling 25 to 50% of the 25 to 100% of the position. I'm just gonna say 50 to 100%. Cut it in half, or sell the whole thing. But I wouldn't be going to look long. I'd be looking for reasons to sell that one up here. Okay, and again, it can go to 10, it can go to 15, but up 150%, you got to take some off the table. EXPI is a great stock, guys. I think real estate's going to do very, very well here going into the end of the year. EXPI is a real estate company. I was involved in the real estate industry for probably close to, I don't know, 8 to 10 years. I've kind of gotten away from it, but EXPI is one of the largest brokerages, okay, real estate brokerages in the country. So they have a ton of agents and stuff. They're a legit company. I mean, they got a lot of people under their umbrella. And I was just always very impressed. Some of the best real estate agents I know are part of EXP Realty. And I know that some of them sell a whole lot of homes. So I like this play here. It's got the monthly green dot. So I like to buy when we get the monthly. Like if you're getting the monthly here, I would just take a position on it. And then if it dips, okay, if it dips and you get a green dot on the daily, that's a place to add. Okay, so I'd be looking for the 4 hour. You see the daily here, and then the 4 hour alerts are here. So I'd be looking for one of those two signals to add, but you could see we're getting green dots, green dots. We're getting green dots all around $9, which tells you that $9 is a very strong support level here. Okay, it shouldn't go lower than that. Okay, so you could buy it here. If it goes lower, it goes back down to 8, you could simply just buy more at $8. But right now your target should be up here between $14 and $15 based on the monthly dot. Right, you got the monthly signal there. So the first sell strategy is to sell a red dot in the red zone. So you're looking for this trade to develop all the way up here to 14 to 15. It might not happen tomorrow or the next day, but it could take 1 to 6 months to get back up here. You take your profits and you go find the next trade. Okay, because again, the monthly is green. I really like that one. I'm a buyer of that name. We got XDB. You guys can see there's a lot of requests in chat. So if you guys want priority, just go ahead and hit that join button on the YouTube for these live streams, and you guys will get priority here. Here's the green dot on the monthly for XDB. I like this one, dude. This looks really good. Oh, that was a daily. I'm sorry. But the dot is green here on the monthly, and you're getting the daily right here. I like this one a lot. As long as it can hold on to 5 cents, I would buy this one here at these levels. Target would be up here at 9 to 10 cents. Okay, nice signal right there. If it goes to like 4 cents, just buy more. Okay, but that does have a monthly signal there. I don't know what happened here. I don't even know what this thing is. Could you share some information here? Actually, we got a research tool over here. We could do that. We could do that. Look at this. I'm getting lazy. XDB. XDB chain. Beautiful. How's everybody doing today? $10 million market cap. The XDC chain is bringing crypto to the masses. Heard that before. The gap between blockchain adoption by integrating with consumer apps, unlocking value in the pockets of millions. So it's about a $10 million project. Not very big, but target on that would be anywhere from 9 cents to 10. But again, I don't know too much about it, but technically it looks good. Technically it looks like a good place to add some. I see one here for TGT, Target. Target was on the list from a couple days ago. I gave you guys the 15, what was it? The 15. You guys can watch all the replays from all the lives, by the way, over here in the latest tab of the Discord. It was right here, top stocks to buy in July. Okay, I think Target was on that list. I know Target was on that list because, again, we got the green monthly. So right now you should be attacking Target, okay? Attacking Target. We got these golden dots here back at $90. If you guys bought at 90, you're already up 10%. You had to wait a little bit with the consolidation, but you got the monthly signal here, so that's a good sign. I would definitely be buying Target here, going long. Target on that would be up here on the daily between 140 and 160 at the top of the fib there. But that looks, I love Target. Target looks good. We got Coinbase. Coinbase is on a parabolic run here, so it's definitely finding new highs here. I would sell, I have to sell some here on this red dot right here at like 370, but if it breaks out over that 380, it's going to probably look for 400 or 500 easy. Okay, because it is breaking a major resistance. So it's your choice, right? If you think it's going to keep going up, sell maybe 25%, because again, you got the dot right here in the same area. But if it breaks 400 tomorrow or this week, you should see a moonshot on this one. You should see a moonshot, but it is getting overdone to the upside. But there's really no stopping it. The all-time highs right here at 430. I think this is a great company, but if you wanted to reduce some of your position, I don't think it'd be a bad idea. But like I said, it could definitely go to 500-600. So that red dot is a signal to take some off the table. Again, we're in the red zone. That's sell strategy number 1. So sell strategy number 2 would be to hold till this stochastic right here gets back up to the white dotted line. And like I said, that could be it. That could be somewhere at $500-600. I saw someone talking about this thing going to 1,000, which is totally possible. Just because we're in the red zone doesn't mean we're going to stop, right? I just think it's a good place to take some off. You can see sometimes it breaks through that red zone there, and then it keeps jumping up, keeps going up, finally finds the top. So again, you could sell in percentages, 25, 50, 100%, right? 25% of your position, 50% of your position. It just all depends on you and your risk. So I would definitely have a stop loss on this one set at like 320. Just if you are playing the continuation, if it goes down below 320, it's most likely going to correct back here into 250. So I either recommend selling or setting a stop loss at 325. If you wanted to be more conservative, you could set it at 332, but I think 325 looks like a good level there for a stop loss. CRO. Yeah, loving CRO, baby. Big run up today or yesterday. And the green dot hasn't came on the month yet. So I kind of jumped the gun on this one on the weekly dots. Sometimes the weekly dots normally come before the monthly dots. We also call out the weekly signals over here as well under the weekly dot alert section now. So you can see all the green weekly dots. So typically we're focused primarily on the monthly and the daily, but we also integrate the weekly and the 4-hour just because I think they're very beneficial to pay attention, right? If this green dot's coming on CRO, this is telling me that for the next 1 to 6 weeks, since I'm on a weekly chart, 1 to 6 weeks, we're going to be going up. Well, if this goes up for 1 to 6 weeks, that's going to cause the daily or the hourly to go up for 1 to 6 weeks. So that's going to bring that signal on to the monthly. Okay, so I'm kind of anticipating the monthly here just because I have a real strong conviction that we're going to go up here into the end of the year. And these dots are just confirming it more and more. So I really like CRO. It's got a weekly dot right now. I honestly think I'm still down on the position because I was buying it like right here, and I might have averaged down here, but I think my position's at like 9.5 cents. So I'm probably right around even right now. But again, the target's up here between 18 and 22. Okay, we're not selling during this time, during the chop. Right, we're looking for this big explosive move, and right with our strategy, this typically comes within 1 to 6 months. Okay, that's if the green dots are right, that's going to come in 1 to 6 months. So I like this one with a target of 18 to 22. It does have the weekly signal. Okay, we kind of jumped the gun on those in March and April, but I do believe the monthly is coming just because when the wave gets down here, it's normally a really good time to load up. You can see that last one came there let's actually look at this on Binance here. This thing moves really, really nicely here. Okay, you can see the green dot came back here in October of 2023, 5 cents up to 17, 18 cents. Back here, it went all the way up to $1. Okay, so pretty good looking chart there on CRO. And that next monthly dot will probably, if this weekly plays out, it's either going to come in July or August. Okay, you can see the last time this move happened in like 3 weeks. It went from 7 all the way up here to 22. So that looks very interesting. I see one for SON. Get those requests. Drop your tickers in the live chat, guys. I'm here taking your requests. We're going one at a time here, baby. One at a time. Soundhound's breaking out. Again, we've been talking about this since 9-10 cents. We did get the signal here this month in July. So now we are looking for those green dots on the 4-hour or the daily for entries. Okay, you're probably going to get a red dot here soon, but this thing could just explode here back to the red zone. So I'd be holding this one. I wouldn't be buying it up here. Okay, I mean, if you're not in the position and you owed it, you might want to get some here off the monthly. But we've been talking about this since $9-10. So your target on this is going to be anywhere from 20 to 24. But I would take thumb off the table when you get that red signal alert over there inside the Discord. Okay, and again, not every red dot is a sell signal. You guys see that shaded area on these dots? That's called the big green dot. Okay, so there's a couple different alerts. There is the sell signal. That's the big green dot. And there's the small green dot. Our alerts come from the big one. Okay, the big red circle is what we use for our sell alerts here on the daily. Okay, you can see those come up here. You can hardly probably see it there in that shaded area. Here's a couple more back here. There's a shaded area up here, a shaded area up here. There's no shaded area on these ones. So these were false sell signals. Okay, the ones where you want to take profits are the ones where it's red up here. You're red in the shaded area. So you're probably going to get one of those here on SoundHound probably next week, early next week, or maybe at the end of this week. And then we'll see where it comes back to. But again, we'd be watching for a green dot or a 4-hour dot to enter on one of those. And again, target's always up here in the red zone between 20 and 22. Does it mean it has to get there? No. But again, just watching for the dot here. Watching for the red dot. SBET. Yeah, CRO is playing out really, really nicely. Very, very nicely. SBET. Doing well. Doing very well. Green dot came right there back on July 7th. That was at whatever number that was. Oh, you're talking about the stock. My bad. Okay, green dot came right there at, what was that, 10? It's at 17 now. So again, just watching for the sell signal there. Watching for the sell signal or watching for it to get back up here. I don't know that it'll go back up there, but I'd be watching for a red dot to sell, take profits on that one. Because if you were buying here in June, you were buying right there at around 10. And it's a pretty new stock. So I'd be a holder of this right now, waiting on the green dot. Again, we want to buy the day of the green dot, right? The day of the 4-hour or the day of the daily alert. Okay. As long as the monthly is green. So you can't see the data here on the monthly. I guess you can. But this is, they had a bunch of stock splits. So these ones are hard to trade, the ones with the stock splits, but it's fine in a range. It's fine in a range. I'd be a holder of this right now. Selling on a red dot here. On the daily, you might even use the 4-hour. If you get a red dot there, you could take some off. Again, if you got in at 10 or 9, you're up around 100%. So, yeah, I'd watch for the red dot, take some profits on that one, wait for a pullback. GRRR, this one was on the watch list last week too. We were watching this one. Again, it's green here on the monthly, so we're looking for green dots. We got a couple of those here. We got one last Thursday, and we had one on Monday down here around 20. It's up about 14% right now. Target on that's 36 to 44, but this looks really good. This is another AI play here, so looking to sell that one on a red dot. Okay, getting that daily red dot over here. I might separate these two channels out with sell alerts and buy alerts down in here, but maybe not. Hopefully you guys can decipher this. Maybe if I put it like this, put the green ones together, everything would flow a little better. Yeah, that looks a little better. So you want the monthly first, then you're looking for the daily or the 4-hour. Okay, and the weekly is just kind of a wild card. Okay, weekly is just another place to take a look and see where we're at. Okay, and again, I actually put a definition behind every single signal that we get over here. So you guys know exactly how to follow these alerts just by coming over here and clicking on this right here. Dots and alerts. Pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But GRR, I'd target 36 to 44. Intel. INTC. INTC is good. We've been tracking Intel for a couple months since back here in February. It's been very range bound again, just kind of going sideways. We're waiting for that explosive move. I like this one. I like this one down here at 23. I liked it down here at 18. Okay, and you got the green dot there yesterday, so I like it. I would buy this one still. I think it still looks like it's at a fair price, and I would target anywhere from 32 to 36. Again, as long as the dot is green here on the monthly, I'm looking for reasons to add. Okay, green dots. The green dots down here are a little better, but for the daily chart, it doesn't matter as much. If you're looking at the 4-hour, you want the ones down here. Okay, the ones on the 4-hour, like I talked about, there's two different sell signals. There's two different buy signals. So if you want to set these alerts for yourself, you guys can use the big green circle or the small green circle. With the hourly, I'm going to be using the big. Okay, the big green circle. And again, those all get called out here in the 4-hour alert section of the Discord. Okay. The 4-hour section of the Discord. And those are just the big ones. The daily, I use the small ones. The daily, I'll use the small alert. So again, to set an alert on the indicator, if you guys do not have these indicators, the red and green dots, the Fibonacci, and everything that we talk about here, you guys can download my whole entire layout by coming over here to the trading indicator tab in the Discord. Okay, that link is pinned in the live chat right now. Come over here to Overkill investingclub.com. Click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your account. You do need a TradingView account. You guys can start one right here. TradingView. There's a link under the trading apps tab over here, and that'll get you signed up. That is my affiliate link, so if you guys want to support the channel, you could use it. If not, you just need to go to tradingview.com and sign up. That is tradingview.com, and you just need the essential plan with them, and all these indicators load directly into your setup. So with Intel, right, we would have been wanting to buy down here. That was back there on June 2nd at like 1950. That was a great place to look for some action. Boom. That was our, you see how the big ones are down here? Remember, the shaded area are the big ones. These ones are considered more accurate than the non-shaded. See, this green dot doesn't have a shaded area. This just means it's very oversold. Okay, so that was a great signal there on Intel. I would just be holding this one now. Okay, holding it till it comes back up here to the red zone. I think that one's probably going to hit 32 to 36 here by the end of the year. I really like that one on the monthly there. Okay, and the weekly's even breaking out here as well. Yeah, Uniswap looks good. Uniswap looks solid. Uniswap has the green dot showing here right now. So this is a place to act, right? This is a place to take action, that monthly dot. If you're long on the project, if you believe in the project, it is time to take a 1 to 6 month swing trade. Okay, you're buying and you're holding for 1 to 6 months. It could come up here in August. It could come up here in September, October, November. Okay, I don't know when it's going to happen. But when it does, you're going to be prepared to sell. Okay, you're going to be prepared to take profits on these red dots up here in the red zone because, again, that's our strategy. We got to stick to the strategy here. Same thing happened back in November. What happened? It got a green dot right here. Boom. It went from $7, $8, the exact price it's at right now, all the way up there to 20. That was a 130% move. So, again, if you were entering down here in the last run up, you made money, okay? You didn't make money selling down here. You made money by buying and holding down here. Okay, and then boom, when that signal comes, there's your signal, boom. We're up to 20 bucks. We're getting the red dots. We're taking profits. I see one for Bonk. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Monthly's looking good here on Bonk. So if you guys can't see the data here on the monthly, you got to use the weekly. So right now we're green on the weekly. So same thing, okay? The only reason you can't see the data on the monthly is because it's a new coin. So it came out in 2023. So there's not enough data to feed the indicator. When that's the case, you got to go to the smaller time frame like the weekly here on Bonk. Okay, you can see that gave a green dot right there at 0.0015, ripped up. Okay, we're bullish on this thing over the next 1 to 6 weeks. And the daily is looking good. We got a lot of separation here off of the red zone. Again, that's where we're looking to sell. That's where we're looking to take profits. But I would consider, we got the signal there yesterday. That wasn't a bad place to take some off the table. But if we bounce here, we're going to go a lot higher. So again, it gave you the signal. It said, hey, you could take some profits here. You could sell 25 to 100% of the position, or you can hold on to it. Okay, it's completely up to you as a trader to make that decision. And again, the dots were called out down here, okay, over the last, I would say, 3 weeks. So that next green dot on the daily would be a place to add, okay, to the position. Right now would be a place to take a little bit off because, again, you were in down here at around 0.015. Okay, you're already up 50%. So that's up to you. That's on you. If you think this is going to continue, if we get a green dot here today or tomorrow, this thing should fly back up here to 0.05. So this is the target, but you can take profits on the way up if you want. Again, if you're up off that signal, 61%, that's on you. If you want to take some profits after making 61%, that's fine. Okay, and then ride the rest out. You could sell half, and then boom, let the rest ride. Okay, and if this sell signal's right and it dips all the way back down, you could just get back in, right? You could get back in. You could buy more with that cash that you sold up here. So I would probably reduce here. I would probably take 25, 50% off just because we found resistance back here last time. Again, if it breaks this level right here at 0.00025, that thing is going to absolutely explode. So it depends on your vision with this one. It depends on if you believe in the technology and the company. Okay, but I would probably trim some just based off that signal. I'd sell 25 to 50%. If it bounces and goes up, you still got that 50 to 75% that you're holding that you'll benefit from. But take some cash, have a cash position, and look for another good opportunity because you nailed this one. If you made this, you nailed it. That's 60% is very impressive. Okay, as a trader, if you make 60% on a trade, that's really good. Most people are happy with 1% a day or 5%. You made 60% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Okay, that was super fast. So we'll see. It needs to break out of 0.025. That is the resistance level. It needs to get back over that. So again, you got the signal to take some off there. Bonk adding live streaming too. So what exactly is it going to do? What exactly is it? Are they releasing some kind of streaming platform or something, or what's the deal? NYL is just ripping here, or it was, and it kind of got hit hard this last week. You got a red dot there, so these newer coins are really hard for me to analyze. 0.004 is your support level, so if you believe in this thing long term, you're going to want to look to, you could sell some if you want here. It just depends on your belief here. You got the red dot. You didn't get the big one, but you did get the red one. You got the green dot back down here at 0.022. So again, if I'm up 150%, I'm probably selling half to 25% at least up here. Okay, and then letting the rest ride. If it dips back down to 4 cents or 3 cents, I'm buying more. Yeah, you want 3 to 4x on Bonk. Yep, that's greed. That's greed. But again, you have your strategy, you stick to it. Right? You have your strategy, you stick to it. I'm just here to share my analysis with you guys. Here's Snapchat with a green dot on the monthly. This was also on the list. You did have a red dot here, but it's putting in a nice bull flag here. This one's holding on nicely to $9. I think it looks solid at 9. I would definitely look to be buying the next daily green dot or the next 4-hour green dot down here. Okay, the next alert on Snap, I would be looking to add to it. Okay, I sold this one back in June and bought something else, and it finally decided to pump a little bit. But this thing's been going sideways for a long time. It's been building a really big base. But I am very bullish on that green dot there. I like Snapchat here. I like it a lot. Okay, that's a really, really nice add there. If it comes down to 8, I would just add more. So I would definitely be getting into Snap here off the monthly. Yes, sir. XRP. XRP's pumping up to 240 now. Again, we made the video a couple weeks ago back here on the 30th at around 220. It's up to 240 and moving. Okay, if this monthly alert comes for XRP, it's going to get nuts. Okay, and it could definitely happen because the weekly is pushing up here. If we can break through 250, that's a pretty big support or resistance level. That would send us back to 3, and I just think all the momentum's coming in right now here, folks. So I'm looking at XRP's weekly, and it looks very bullish. Hopefully you guys bought on the weekly signal when I posted the video at 220. You're already up around 10%. But that target on that's at least 3 to 350. But this thing could break out and keep going, right? Just because it's at the red zone doesn't mean it's going to stop. Okay, then it could chop and go up, or just go straight up like it did right there. But again, we want to be making sure we're taking some off the table on the red dots in the red zone. Okay, we can't get greedy. We cannot get greedy. Okay, that's how we lose. We got to stick to the strategy, stay disciplined, and take some off. So I would look for a weekly dot or, again, a daily dot here over in the Discord. Okay, one of the big ones here. So we'll see. If we get some big volume tomorrow, I mean, today was a huge day, guys. We've just been sideways for a long time. So what would be bullish is if this could break out over that 260 level that we failed to break last time. Okay, it's feels like a very long time, but if you look at Ethereum, we've just gone sideways for the last couple months. We've just been consolidating, going sideways. That's not a bad thing. Okay, I tell you guys all the time, markets only do 3 things. Okay, markets either go sideways, markets go up, or markets go down. Okay, you got to determine where you're at in the cycle with the macro time frame. I like using the macro time frame because it's easier. Okay, you just need more patience, but it's easier to time if you're trading a monthly chart. Okay, if you're in here trying to trade a 2-minute, 1-minute chart, okay, there's a lot of decisions to make down here. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, buy. Right? On a monthly, these dots rarely come, right? The last time we got a green dot with the monthly down here on Ethereum was about 2.5 years ago. Okay, 1800, it went all the way up there to 4. So, yeah. So target on that's up there. I can't even remember what you requested. You requested XRP. So same thing with XRP. We've really just been going sideways, right? We haven't really been moving. We're just, let me just turn the fib off for you. We're just going sideways. Okay, sideways. We're not going up. We're not going down. We're going sideways right now. Bouncing. Okay, I've said $2 is very strong support for XRP, and it has failed to break down below it. So all signs are pointing up as of right now on the charts. Okay, if we get a weekly red, I would be worried. But as long as that dot is green, we're going up, folks. So watch it for the monthly on that one. Who else we got? TAI. No data on the monthly, so looking for the weekly signal there on that one. That'll tell you that, hey, we're breaking out. But again, just kind of been going sideways here for a while. Couple good places to add down here. Okay, right here at around 8 cents. So 8 cents, I think, is a good place to buy this one if you're long on it, right around where it's at. Okay, because if we come back up here to 40 to 50, that's going to be a real nice trade. And you got the daily alert here. So it doesn't have the macro signal yet. The monthly's red, but we don't have any data. So we just have to look at where we're at, where we're building support, right? We hit the bottom right there, and now we're chopping around in this range. So the closer you could buy to 5, the better. But if you think the altcoins are going to explode here like me, you're going to think the next move is going to be up here. So buying right here in the middle of the bottom golden zone isn't a bad place. Okay, if you bought here and then added if it went down to 5 cents, I think you'd be all right. Okay, ultimately watching the weekly signal for that big breakout. But I like TAI right here. I like it that it's down here in the gold zone. Again, when we're looking for positions, we don't want to look to buy up here in the red zone. So just like how when we're up here in the red zone, we want to look to sell. If we're in this bottom golden zone here, we want to look to buy. Right? We want to be looking for places to buy, places to add. Okay, because if you guys don't know what the Fibonacci is, you guys can come over here and watch the free trading course over here. Just start here at the bottom and then work your way up. This video right here goes over the Fibonacci. It's a great tool to have. Great tool to have in your on your belt. ZBCN. ZBCN. That one's taken off here. We got the green dot there, a couple days ago at under 3 cents. It's popping off now, so it looks good. This was a good place to add right down here around 0.02. So it has a green candle. That weekly green looks like it's coming. Honestly, I'd probably be watching for a 4-hour on this one. Okay, you already got the daily. So if you could buy this thing around 3 cents, I would call that fair value here. Okay, we're bouncing right off that 200. And I can't see the data on the monthly, so it's hard. Okay, and I don't see a green one yet. But if we break over 4 cents, that green one will pop up. And that'll send it higher. So I would put a buy order at like 4 cents. If it hits 4 cents, I would buy it. That's how I would know that the move is for real here. Okay, and we're going higher on this one. A lot of hype around this one. So that's why I'm kind of staying away. Everyone talks about the technology and stuff. I just get worried with the newer coins that get a lot of hype at their launch. So I said it would be a better deal down here at 200, at the 200 EMA. That's that 6-month moving average that we use. Okay, and again, this is part of the trading indicator. So if you don't have the EMAs that we use here, you guys can get those at overkilltrading.com. That link is right there in the description. But you can see everyone was really excited about ZBCN back here in May, June. Okay, and then it sold all the way off back down in here to our average. Okay, that 6-month moving average, boom, good place to be buying. Look at it bounced right on that 6-month moving average. That's wild. Okay, nice little bounce. So I think this is a good range to be looking to accumulate. Hopefully you got in below 3 cents off this dot, off that bounce. And yeah, I'd probably be a holder of this one. And if it gets a pullback on the 4-hour down here to like 2.5, I would look to buy more there. That's if I'm bullish on the name for the next 1 to 6 months, but I think it's going up. I see one for Oscar Health. Okay, that one's still sitting right here around 16. So this one does have the monthly signal, so we are looking for the daily. I think the next daily is going to absolutely print on this. And also the 4-hour. Okay, this is a perfect example here. Okay, this is one that could set up here tomorrow. So this one is going to print tomorrow. This looks really good, dude. This looks really good. Thank you for the call out. Okay, so you got the monthly signal. So just looking for the daily dot now. Okay, and again, those daily dots are called out right here in the daily alert section or the 4-hour alert. Okay, the daily or the 4-hour. That's going to set up really nicely. And then again, our target's going to be back up here in the red zone for it. So just looking for those two signals on this, but this one looks good. Hey, I got to use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Let's take a quick 2 to 3 minute break. Get up, stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Let's take a little bit of a break, and I'll be right back. All right, what else we got here? I really like Oscar though. Okay, on the next round of the next daily or the next 4-hour dot, I would definitely be looking to scoop some of this up. And again, those two alerts are going to be called out over here. I really like that one because it has the monthly alert. Okay, it has the monthly showing up this month. It had a nice pullback from 22 down to 16, and now we're sitting in a good position to be looking for the macro, right? Because as long as we're going up on the monthly chart, we want to be looking for those pullbacks on the smaller time frame. So I think 16 looks like a fair price. Let's just wait and see where we get that confirmation of either the 4-hour or the daily. Okay, but I would be looking to buy that if I was going long on it, on one of those two signals. What else we got? ETH prediction before the bear market. There's no bear market coming, man. It's not coming. It's going to hit 4,000 before we go into a bear market. It's going to at least hit 4,000. Okay, my target's around anywhere from 5 to 8K by the end of the year. 5 to 8K by the end of the year. I think we break out of these highs, and I think we get back up here in the 5,000 range and look to break out and probably push for 8. Okay, again, I've been telling you guys to buy this whole time. All these green dots. I said buy all these dots. I said you should be loading up at 2,500. Loading up. Okay, this dip right here was a gift down to that 2,100. All the bears were screaming, the bear market's coming, the bear market's coming, the bear market's coming. But guess what? It's not, because this is proof right here that the buyers stepped in and showed those bears who's boss. Okay, they're like, let's short it, and then the bulls were like, oh, $2,000 Ethereum, thank you very much, and ripped it right back up. So bears got slaughtered right here. Okay, the bears shut up right here. They were screaming, they were yelling, they were having a good time, but now they're very quiet. Okay, so my vision remains the same. Again, as long as we got a monthly dot, I'm in a bull market over the next 1 to 6 months, looking for my first price target up here at the top of the fib at around 4,000. Anywhere from 35 to 4,000 is my first target. After that is just going to be completely extra. Okay, then we're looking for the stochastic up here. So again, this is called the top of Ethereum for the last, well, since the last 5 years. Okay, so it's probably going to do the same thing here. So this tells me we're a ways off. Right now we're at 35, which means we're only 35% of the way there. So I am not bearish on Ethereum or any altcoins. I think I've made that very clear over the last, 2 months when we've just been chopping around. Okay, this chop is when the smart money buys. Okay, stealth phase, going sideways. Again, markets only do 3 things. It goes sideways, it goes up, or it goes down. Okay, smart money likes to buy in these consolidation patterns. It's very boring, right? Very choppy, up, down, up, down, up, down, very boring. Right? Retail gets very emotional. Okay, they see their portfolio go up and then they go down. It goes up and it goes down. But then after a while, right, we stop doing this and we start doing this. We start going up. The people buying down here, right, buying every time retail's panic selling one of these dips. Okay, the smart money can't buy unless you're selling. So they want retail to panic sell down here. Panic sell, panic sell, panic sell, panic sell. Okay. And then they want to sell up here because this is where retail gets back in. They're like, oh, it's going up now. I'm going to buy it at $4,000. Well, guess what? We got a topping signal, and now we're going to the floor. So if you're buying when everyone else is uncertain and scared and fearful, right? Fear in every headline, World War III this, World War III that, tariff this, tariff that, this person said this person said that, the economy's doing this. When there's a lot of noise, that they're trying to manipulate the market. That's what they've been doing for the last 2 or 3 months. They've been manipulating, right? Up and down, getting retail to panic, sell, go chase the next shiny object. And then here coming to the end of the year, they're probably going to pump it back up, all the way back up here to the highs. And then they're going to sell because retail will be excited to buy again up here. Retail is going to be really happy when Ethereum is back at $4,000 because everyone's going to be talking about it. Okay, again, cheat sheet. That's when everyone's enthusiasm. When the enthusiasm comes in, right? When everyone's just, yeah, baby, yeah. Okay, that's when you want to sell. Okay, and that's typically up here in the red zone. So we're not there yet, but I think we're gonna be there in the next 1 to 6 months. Okay, simply because we have a green dot here on the monthly chart. Okay, and that's been pretty accurate over time. Okay, so not bearish. Okay, I'll be bearish on Ethereum if we get a red dot, but as long as it's green, I'm fully bullish, fully looking for opportunities to add. You got a green dot right there at 2,500. You had one down here, right here at 2,400. So this range is a great range. If you snipe the bottom right there, congratulations. Okay, but we've been going sideways. BRK.B, you said I mentioned I would buy it if it goes to 480 several weeks ago. Yeah, so it's on the 6-month moving average right now. So it's on that line, but it is losing that line. So that's tough. Like if I was going to play that here now, I would have to use a stop loss at 470 because you could see how it has acted as support here. Support, support, support. Okay, it's always been up above that line. You can see it bounced on it right back here. Boom, ripped, and now it's pulled back into it, but it lost it. It went below it. So Warren Buffett's leaving this company. They still make a ton of money. I mean, they make $90 billion a quarter or something like that. They're insane. So if you're looking at it over a 6-month period of time, you're looking at it as a 6-month, right? You're getting at the average of the last 6 months. But the dot is red here on the monthly, so I would have to wait for the next green dot to come in on the monthly to actually buy it. But this is a good range to watch to see if it's going to bounce here, just because we're at that 6-month average. But if it loses, right, if it loses 460, it'll probably come back down here to like 400. I would really like it down here at $400. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that would be an amazing place to add. It's not a bad place, but it's not a great place, in my opinion. Okay, just because how far it's ran. So if it's sold off really hard, though, like sold off like this, blah, 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 I would definitely look for the green dot there. Okay, and again, I don't think it's a bad place to add it here, but just know that it can come down to like 400. So it's red on the monthly, so we got to be disciplined and not be looking for that trade. But just know that this is a zone. It could potentially bounce it. So keep that in mind. STLA. I'm sorry, I'm going to take our member requests here first. If you guys want to become a Spartan, a YouTube Spartan, just hit that join button here on the video, and you guys will get priority requests to these live stream chats. I try to do the best to take the green names in the chat first before everybody else. Green dot here on the monthly for ACHR. So again, looking for daily dots. Looks like you got one here at $10. So that's telling you $10 is a pretty good level to be buying. I like it at 10, and the 4-hour gave you one down here at right there around 940. So I would say as long as this one holds on to $9, it looks very, very strong. Okay, and you got some room back there to like 13 to 14. Would have loved to buy right there. See how that 200 moving average always acts as a pretty good support level for when names pull back. Boom, boom. Okay, this one we're not in the golden zones, but it definitely could pump back up here to 12 to 14. This wouldn't be a 1 to 6 month trade for us. It would be more of a shorter term, maybe 1 to 2 week trade. So you really want it to hold on to 9 though. $9 needs to hold. If 9 breaks, it's going to probably come back down to 7 or 6. So I'd have a stop loss set right now, looking for a reason to sell. Okay, looking for a red dot, a big red dot up here in the red zone. I already covered SBET. You're gonna have to watch the replay. Now I see one for Solana. Solana. Okay, this one's down here. No green dot on the monthly yet. We don't have it, but it does have a green candle. It has a weekly dot, so if you're playing the weekly dot, you want to use, I mean, 125 is the next level to look for an entry. Okay, that's all the way down here where we bounce. So it doesn't have the monthly yet. So I'd wait for the monthly. Once we get the monthly confirmation, then we can look at taking a position. But this one really needs to get up over like 180. Okay, if it breaks over 180, we're going back to 260, no problem. So really what we're waiting on is the monthly. Yes, we got the weekly signal. But again, the monthly is the ultimate signal that we're looking for to be fully bullish on something. If you're trying to time a bottom here, right, 125 looks like the bottom to me. AD. I don't see a stock. I don't see an AD stock unless you're talking about this Amsterdam one. We got Bull. B-U-L-L. Bull, I said, looked good at around 12 at the beginning of the week. I dropped a TikTok on it. Okay, those TikToks are going to be my favorite setups, guys. So if you guys see a short on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, those are my favorite setups every morning that I drop there on social media. Okay, and by the way, just wanted to say thank you guys for all the love and encouragement on this post from the other day. This one right here. I posted this. Grab my free trading course and indicators. You guys get those on Overkill Investing Club, but lots of love gotten down here, dude. This post got a lot of love, so I really appreciate everybody you know, all the positive thoughts and all the love on that. That's really cool, man. I do this for you guys. I do this for the community. I don't do this for myself. I don't do this for, you know, anybody but the community. I don't do it for you. I don't do it for me. I do it for the community. Okay, it's awesome to have a group of brothers and sisters to share a passion with here, right? We're learning discipline. We're sticking to our plan, right? It's a process. Becoming a trader is a process, guys. It takes a lot of discipline. And when you have a strategy and you can stick to it, right? And the strategy is successful, right? You see results. And I mean, you guys are obviously seeing great results just by seeing what you guys are saying over here. But really, I mean, this is what keeps me going, man. I love hearing the positivity. You know, I love the positivity in the community. I love it all over the place. I think it's a very important thing, especially in trading, because sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's hard to hold on, and sometimes positions go against you. But you know what? We learn from our mistakes, and we find a way to adapt, because the market is constantly moving, guys. The market is constantly moving. It's more of a game about how you manage your psychology and manage your emotions in this. You know, and obviously you need to know what you're buying, make sure you're buying good quality companies and things like that. But the stock market and trading and investing has created more millionaires than any other profession out there. So, I mean, I can't say that for a fact, but there's been a lot of wealth made off the stock market and off of cryptocurrency. A lot of millionaires created, and not that that brings wealth, but to me, the cool part is having the community, right? The cool part is having the community. The money and everything else is just extra, right? I appreciate you guys, and I've learned just as much from you guys as you probably have learned from me. So just know, guys, I see it. I see the comments. I read every single one, and I just really appreciate everybody. You know, just saying what's up. I mean, that's just cool to me. It's cool to have the community. So I love to see it's growing. We've grown a lot this year, and I think we're just going to keep it going. We're just going to keep it going. I mean, we've been at this for almost, I think I started this back in 2020. I ended up getting banned on TikTok, and I actually ended up deleting my YouTube at one point, but I restarted everything, and here we are. And it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see the growth. And it's awesome to see that you guys are actually getting value out of it. And, you know, that's encouraging to me. So I really appreciate you guys. And again, I've learned just as much from you guys as you have from me. So I love it, man. I love it all. We got Nail. NAIL. Yeah, this one's good. This one is, I really like real estate here. This is a home builders ETF. It's got that green dot coming here shortly. Last time we got a green dot with the monthly down here was in December of 2022 at $30. That thing went all the way up there to 180. Okay, that was a huge move over the next 2 years. I'm fully bullish on this, looking for reasons to buy. You got a reason to buy here today at $60. I don't see this one ever going lower than 40. So I'd buy it here at 60. If it drops to 40, I'd just buy more. But this looks like it's going to reverse here very, very soon. Okay, I think we actually got the signal at one point. This was called out. Okay, if it doesn't come this month, it's probably going to come in August. So I would definitely buy this one here at 60. Again, we're down here in the bottom of the golden zone. All real estate stocks are looking up right now. Real estate looks really, really good. Target on this would be up here between 140 and 160. Okay, just like we hit back here in this period of time here. This one looks really good. Okay, home builders look very solid here. This is actually one I ended up buying Okta today. I just really like the consolidation here on the 200, but Nail is also one I was very closely looking at here today. Off that daily, and you got a couple monthly ones down here at 50. But again, we don't have the green dot yet, so I think it was green at the beginning of the month, but it looks like it faded away. So just because the dot shows up doesn't mean that it's going to close green, right? Because the price can go down throughout the month and it goes away. So that might have been what happened with this one. But it looks really good down here. And I think home builders and real estate stocks look very, very well, very attractive. AD is a hold. AD. A hold. Finance. Dutch stock. Sorry, man. I only cover American stocks, unfortunately. MODG. Yeah. Yeah. Topgolf. We called this one out yesterday. Okay, we got the green monthly down here. I love Topgolf. I went to Topgolf for the first time the other day, a couple weeks ago, and it was a really good time. I mean, I had a lot of fun. And target on this is 14 to 16. I think other people really enjoy that stuff too. So Yeah, it's got the monthly alert here back from May. So since May, we should have been buying these green dots here on the monthly. You should have been buying these ones down here in June. I unfortunately just heard about this. I didn't even know they had a stock till someone called it out on a stream. And that's what I love about this too is, guys, some of my best trades have been on your guys' chart requests. So by doing these chart requests, I actually get value out of finding stocks and setups for this. So again, I don't just do this for myself. I do this for you guys as well. I get just as much out of it as you probably get from me. So Topgolf, I would love to buy this one on the daily. I like it right here around, you can see the green dot right here. You guys could see where the green dot came to. So that green dot came right there July 1st. So that tells you that $8 is looking to be the bottom on this, okay? $8 is looking to be the bottom. So it's at $8.83 right now. So you're buying it at a little bit of a premium, but it's not going to matter if you buy it at 8 or $8.83. If you're convinced it's going back up here to 14 to 16, which is part of our strategy. Okay, and these guys got really good earnings too. Okay, they're beating their earnings. They're beating their earnings. They're beating their earnings. Okay, green, 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 green. All good. Okay, so they're making money. They're doing better. They're growing better than expected. So I really like this one too. This is a really nice setup for this month. This is Topgolf. So I'd be a buyer here around 8, and I would buy more if it came down to like 6. But that broke over the 200. That looks really good. Topgolf's one of my favorite setups as well. That was also in that video. If you guys missed that video, again, I post all my replays and everything over here in the latest tab. The Discord is completely free to join. We do have a paid membership that you guys can learn more about down here in the Become a Member thread. That gets you access to pretty much everything. But this latest tab, you guys can always watch the replays. We're live 3 times a week. That may change here in the future. It's summertime, and I'm kind of wanting to get outside a little bit more. So we might go down from 3 streams a week to 2 streams a week. But, yeah, so just going to play that one by ear. But, again, all the replays are posted over here. So there was one, it was the July, Top Stocks of July. If you guys haven't watched that yet, that was a really good one. That called out this Topgolf, and there was like 20 more setups that I really, really like. There's a lot of green dots on the monthly this month, so it's looking really good going into the end of the year, guys. CLSK, that one is in my portfolio. I sold a little bit of it today, around 12 bucks. But it looks like it wants to keep going here. So I would definitely use a stop loss at 11. If it breaks 11, it's going to go back down. But if it can hold on to 11, that thing's going straight for 18 to 20. I only sold 50% of my position today, and I'm still holding the other 50%. So I just sold simply because we had this red dot right here. Boom. Right? I just got to stay disciplined. So I sold half of my position. Now I'm holding the other half all the way up here to 18 to 20. So that's my target right now, 18 to 20 on this one. Okay, but all these miners look good. Mara looks good, same thing. Okay, pushing up here. Dot is still green. That one's probably heading for 24 to 26. And again, we called this green dot out in June, last month. So again, we really do this, guys. We really do this over here. Riot. Having a plan and sticking to it. That's trading. That's it. Okay, so Riot looks good as long as it can hold on to 11. Okay, you got the red dot there, so again, that means set a stop loss. I'd set a stop loss right there at 11 bucks. Okay, maybe a little bit below it, like 10.90. Okay, but that's pushing up. That looks like it could print a green dot there tomorrow. If that goes up into 14 to 15, though, I would take some profits at $14 to $15. I'd be taking some off there, but again, green on the monthly. We called that out last month. These we were talking about these crypto miners looking very, very good, but that one's got a nice target of 13 to 15 there. We already covered Intel. We already covered SoundHound. I see one for Wolf. Wolf's another crypto play here. Again, got a lot of room to go up here. I don't think it's a bad place to take 25, 50% off, but as long as that one can hold on to 4, it's good. It's bullish, and it has a green dot there on the monthly. So looking for reasons to buy. This was a good reason to buy that big green dot on the 4-hour, 350. Okay, now that would have been called out over here in the Discord. I just added, guys, I just added the 4-hour alerts to the Discord. So these are also, treat this like a daily dot, okay? Treat it exactly like a daily dot. If it's green on the monthly, we are looking to add on the daily and on the 4-hour. Looking for those reasons to add. Okay, this was a great buy right there on Wolf right there at 350. And now it's pushing up. So target on that's anywhere from 8 to 9, 7 to 9. I got a couple more on me, guys, and I'm going to log off. I see one here for Shadow, SDW. Is that a stock Shadow token? Yeah, looks pretty ugly. I wouldn't touch it. ANF. Need that green dot. Need that green dot on the monthly. ANF doesn't have the green dot on the monthly yet. If you get that green dot this month, I would attack this. It's looking like it's trying to form support right there at 80 bucks. So looking for the green dot on that one. Plug Power. That one's got a green dot there on the monthly. And that one's also pushing up here. So I like this one. That dot was called out in June. So again, we were buying last month. Probably on that dot right there. If we were tracking it, right, $1, it's up to 2 now. Target on that would be 3 to 350. Moodang. Moon or Moodang. Green candle on the monthly. Got a daily green dot. This one looks good as long as it can hold on to 15 cents. 15 cents. I don't know. These meme coins freak me out, man. As long as that holds 15, I like it. If you wanted to play that green dot right here, you would want to use a stop loss right there at 15 or look to buy more at 15. But 15 is a very big level for this one. FL or FI. Because I'm moving way too fast. Does not have the monthly signal yet. It's trying to build support here. I would just wait for that monthly signal to confirm the breakout. UNH. Same thing, waiting for the signal. It's really trying to bottom down here at 250, though. We called the 250 bottom somewhere back there. That was in May. I said this thing was going to hit 250 and bounce. You got the golden dot. So, again, the golden dot is another signal here. And you guys can learn about our signals over here in the Discord. But this is just another buy signal. The daily golden dot, those are called out right here. Okay, UNH printed right there on the 21st back here. Right there around 290. So that's like fair value right now, right here at 300. So I think it looks good for a long with the target of 560 to 600. Again, that wave is way down there right now. If you wanted to wait for confirmation of the green monthly, that's fine. But just know that the daily golden dots, when you see a golden dot on the daily, that is also considered like a monthly dot. We would want to buy right away. We want to buy at this price right here at $300. Okay, and again, it's just setting up right now, going sideways. You just got to wait for it to go back higher. But this is a huge company. I know they're battling some lawsuits and stuff like that with the new administration, but guys, they make so much money. 100 billion, 100 billion, 100 billion every 4 months. Okay, so if you want to wait for another confirmation, I mean, I would add here if I wanted to go long on it at 300 bucks just because of the golden dot. And then you could add again on the next monthly dot. So the monthly dot might come at 200. So if you buy at 300, buy at 200, boom, your average is 250. And again, you're looking to sell when that stochastic gets back up here at the white dotted line, or when the daily gets back up here to that red zone. HUMA. Hey, it's okay. If I miss your request, just keep putting it in the chat. I'll get to it. I'll get to it the best I can. I'm not worried about spamming or anything like that. So if you got a request, just keep dropping it. If I keep skipping over it, keep dropping it. Again, I'm going to the first one that I see in the Discord, or I'm sorry, in the live chat. So if you have a green name, your name pops out. So like Mr. Porto here, like his name pops out because it's green. He's a member. So my eyes go there. My eyes are just going to whichever one I see first. Huma looks good. Good call out here. Beautiful. Green on the monthly looks good. This is a really good call out. I would buy this one right here. Right here at 250. If I wanted to go long on it, I would enter this one right here at 250. And you can use a stop loss right there at $2. FI we just covered. We need the green dot on FI. And I think that's it for today, guys. I'm going to sign off here. We will be live again on Friday. We're going to go over the watch list. So the watch list videos happen on Friday. You guys can get those alerts over here of when we start. You can see Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We will be going live again at 4 p.m. And we will be covering all the names in the watch list. We do that every single Friday. So Wednesdays are normally a live request session. And then Mondays, we've been taking requests straight from the Discord. Under the Discord chart request section. So this opens up on Monday, and you guys can drop your requests like last Monday, and I just go over every single one of them. That is over there inside the Discord. You guys can get access to that by becoming a member today for as little as $4 a month right now. I am really considering maybe raising that up just because we're at 2,000 members now, and I really want to keep it exclusive. So you guys can still get in at that price if you guys are watching right now, but that's going to get you access to pretty much all the signals from the indicator that we use with our strategy. And it's also going to get you access to our member chat and our weekly watch list. I share the watch list with you guys every single week. so you guys can check those out. You can see all my favorite picks for the following week. We're going to be covering that on Friday. If you guys missed last Friday's, you're going to want to come back here to the Friday video. You can see yesterday we dropped a video. Monday we went live, and then Friday was right here on the 5th. We dropped the watch list. So we pretty much covered all these names on the green list. These are all the names we're looking to buy. All these names have green dots on their monthly charts, and we're looking for pullbacks on them. So we're going to be covering that on Friday right here on YouTube. Again, make sure you smash the bell so you guys do not miss it. And I hope you guys all have a good night. If you need me, hit me up over here inside of the Discord. Again, I got all the links to everything you guys need over here. Please read the server rules here. If you guys are new, just be kind and respectful to people, right? Don't call people names and things like that. My email's over here if you guys need me under the server rules there. And one more thing, I will never send you a friend request or DM you asking for money or cryptocurrency. So do not accept any friend requests or DM from anyone named Overkill. If you DM me, I'll DM you back. If you add me, I'll add you back. But I will never go out of my way to send you a message. It's just not my forte. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. You guys could always chat with our members over here. Again, we got around 2,000 people over here in the members Discord. I think we have a total of like 15,000, 16,000 people in the Discord now, which is insane. Love to see the numbers, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's awesome to see the community continue to grow. So with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a blessed night, and we will be live again here on Friday. We'll see you guys there, and have a great night. God bless you. Peace.